The fine folks at Kommandostore recently got in a supply of House MCW surplus rations, and they emailed me to see if I wanted to try some. I don't know about you, but I never turned down free food. Not even K-brownies, much to my chagrin. House is one of the big names in freeze-dried foods, and they're located in Oregon right in my backyard. They make a lot of meals for backpacking or mountain climbing, as well as bulk foods for emergency storage. The MCW is a military ration House makes for special operations and cold weather, as the entree component to the MCW LRP, Meal Cold Weather Long Range Patrol. You can find old surplus ones from the usual gray market sources, but this time it looks like they ended up with a production overrun and decided to sell off the excess. So why would you use a freeze-dried meal instead of an MRE? The advantage of freeze-dried food is that it's lightweight. Since it doesn't have any water in it, it's lighter for the same calorie content. The downside is that it needs to be reconstituted, so you need to have water and ideally a way to heat the water. If you're going to be in the field for a long time, you're probably going to need water filtration capabilities anyway, so you might as well take freeze-dried meals. That's why pretty much nobody recommends MREs for backpacking. MREs are heavy and they're full of weird bullshit you don't really need. The extra crap like moist towelettes, gum, coffee, toilet paper, and Gatorade makes sense when you're supposed to live a long time on 3 MREs a day. But if you're going out into the woods for a week, you're not going to be chewing a lot of gum, you dig? I eat a lot of freeze-dried meals when backpacking or camping. I've only taken MREs backpacking once, and it was just for the novelty. MREs are more fun to open than Christmas presents, and they've got snacks and stuff in them. Recreating your own Steve 1989 episode in the woods is the entire appeal of MREs to me. The actual food isn't the best, especially since a lot of it is of questionable freshness by the time it hits the civilian market. And of all the MREs I've ever eaten, I think the flameless ration heaters have about a 50% hit rate. The maple, sausage patty, and jalapeno patty are pretty decent when they're piping hot, but when they're lukewarm you might start to rethink your hobbies. Freeze-dried meals are also shelf-stable for much longer than MREs. House says their commercial meals are good 30 years after the manufacture date, and probably safe to eat well beyond that. Generally, I take freeze-dried meals in the woods and I never go backpacking without a way to filter water. For one-night trips, I can carry enough water to drink and cook meals, in addition to a Sawyer mini filter as a backup. For longer trips with more people, it's a good idea to consolidate and have one person carry a real pump filter, just because you can process water so much faster for the group. The same scaling principle applies to stoves. MREs have heaters, but you have to boil water for freeze-dried meals. I'm taking a stove regardless of which type of meal I'm packing to make coffee. You can have cold coffee if you want, and you can even rehydrate freeze-dried meals with cold water and eat them that way, but I'm going out in the woods to have fun, not to have a religious experience. So how do MCWs compare to House's commercial freeze-dried meals? As far as the food goes, it's the same stuff. The MCWs have a roster of entrees and breakfasts, not as many varieties as the commercial meals, but still a pretty good selection. Most House meals are great. They even cracked the secret of making a rehydratable biscuit recently. The new biscuits and gravy and chicken and dumpling meals are unbelievably good. Among the MCW entree options is the legendary Chili Mac, one of the original and best House meals. The turkey, tetrazzini, and spicy Oriental chicken are not available in their commercial meals, as far as I know, and they're really fucking good. When I prepare House meals, I always use slightly less water than it calls for. Generally, they seem to get a little soupy if you use the full amount. The exception to that is the meals with rice, like the spicy Oriental chicken. I recommend you use the exact right amount of water in order to make sure there's enough heat to cook the rice. Another thing to keep in mind with MCWs specifically is that this little tear tab in the corner is a trap. If you use that to open the package, you'll end up with a weird, ragged hole that's hard to pour water into, hard to eat out of, and easy to spill. Fucker. Just slice the top open instead. Also, I highly recommend you invest in a very long-handled titanium spoon for any freeze-dried meals, but particularly the MCWs because they're much taller than the new House bags. The packaging is the crucial difference between MCWs and House's commercial meals. The MCWs have the air evacuated out of the packaging, making them much more compact than normal Houses, for the same amount of food. The MCW has slightly more food in it, but it's way smaller. You can pack these more easily and fit them into pockets and stuff. They also make less noise than the commercial meals, which I can see being a selling point for patrolling. House does have a range of meals called the Pro Pack, which are like a civilian take on the MCW. They're evacuated like the MCWs for more compact storage, and they have less food than the normal ones. At some point, you used to be able to buy the massive 4-serving bags of Mountain House, which were nice for sharing, but I don't know if those exist anymore. MCWs are supposed to be 2 servings, but really, one of them is a perfect amount of food for one person. MCWs are more expensive than either Pro Pack or regular Mountain House meals. The form factor is better, and they tend to contain a little more food. I'd recommend getting some either as compact emergency food, or if you need food for a multi-day trip. The spicy Oriental chicken is one of the best freeze-dried meals I've ever had, and I'm on board with anything that provides the maximum amount of chili mac per cubic inch. Go check out Kommandostore if you want to get some MCWs, or spicy almonds, or extremely potent coffee beans. They're cool dudes, and not just because they sent me precious calories during these trying times of pandemics and riots. Oh, and I guess they sell military surplus, too. I'm not really sure. I'm just in it for the beans. Thanks for watching. See you later.